You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. Putting in the work for the most high. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' rise. Showing you our past didn't start with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. Judah is something special, they can never be that. We raise the vengeance with the knowledge so our enemies crack. In fact, listen to the class and the topic. Bomb subject matter, breakdowns atomic. Gathering the people, the whole duty of prophets. Precepts start.
Condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Welcome to another edition of Precept Upon Precept with IUIC New Orleans. I'm Officer Matthew.
I'm Officer Mikael.
And hey, shout out to Four Corners News. They be holding it down, giving y'all that work.
That's right.
But yeah, today, man, we gonna finish the topic that we had last week. So last week's topic was Esau's God, gold, oil, and drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seems like they're doing a whole lot of foolishness.
Yeah.
To get down with this thing, man. Because I want to start with the number 4. I want to start with the number 4 one.
Ooh.
I want to start with the number 4. Because, you know, the Edomite lady got on there and said, America, hey, you got that one from last week? Where the Edomite lady said that they ain't had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, that video from last week.
And ain't nobody said nothing about them having anything to do with it?
Yeah, we posted
Y'all
it.
played it.
We played it.
Y'all played it last week.
Give me a second.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, boy, she got up there with damage control.
Hey, it's a YouTube video. It says White House rips crazy Russian claims.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm about to resend it for y'all.
That's what I was about to do. I don't know where my precept at though.
Don't worry about it. I got you. Actually,
gotcha.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Gotcha. So, look, we got to play this real quick. Because the Edomite lady got on there and said, we ain't got nothing to do with this. Once the reporter mentioned the key word, he mentioned the key word, and it was like, no, we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's a crazy Russian claim.
You know,
this whole crazy Russian thing.
Anytime they say we ain't got nothing to do with that, I mean they got everything to do with it.
I mean, the scripture said that they got everything to do with it. Come on now. Hey, let's get what's that? Micah 2?
They covered fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now. They covered fields.
If I can get the Micah.
So Esau got to know his real blessing. Like he really got to look in his Bible and say, you know what? I am going to live by the sword.
Yeah.
I am going to have the fatness of the earth.
I got you.
I am going to take everything by force. Read that.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
They covet fields and take them by violence. All right, read that. Play that on. Let's see what the
We've also
Edomite
had
has to say.
seen a lot of instability in Kazakhstan. Is that something that the White House has a position on?
Yeah, we have obviously, as you
Rewind
noted, we
it.
have seen that, and we have.
Rewind it back to the beginning. I want to hear everything that brother asked her or person.
Yeah.
You look like I don't know.
We've also had seen a lot of instability in Kazakhstan. Is that something that the White House has a position on?
Yeah, we have obviously, as you noted, we have seen that, and we have we're monitoring reports of protests in Kazakhstan. We support calls for calm, for protesters to express themselves peacefully, and for authorities to exercise restraint. There are some crazy Russian claims about the U.S. being behind this, so let me just use this opportunity to convey that as absolutely false and clearly a part of the standard Russian disinformation playbook. We've seen a lot.
Ooh.
So you said, there's a lot of instability going on over there. Instability means that their government is a little shaky.
Uh-huh.
What is the White House stance on that? Oh, we don't have nothing to do with that. We're monitoring it. I've heard some crazy Russian claims, but that's just normal Russian propaganda. They be disrespecting the hell out of each other. Now watch this. Pull up link number 4. We gonna see. Now see, if somebody does something to me, right? I know who did it. If somebody do something to me and somebody else say, hey, I ain't had nothing to do with that, I would know whether or not they had something to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you don't get jumped and then somebody stand back and be like, well, I don't know what happened. You was there. I saw you.
Uh-huh.
Your people was there. You was helping them. If it wasn't you, it was your people. You supposed to control them. Everybody know when you got beef with somebody. So let's see what good old Kazakhstan said.
Kazakhstan unrest was coup attempt, says president.
The president of the country said it was a coup attempt. He said, bro, these dudes try to take over. Cause look, she said we're encouraging calm protests, right?
Uh-huh.
9 times out of 10, who is able to infiltrate the protests as quote unquote protesters?
The CIA.
Wasn't that what Antifa was?
Yes.
Huh.
And guess what? Those protests that Antifa infiltrated were calm protests until Antifa infiltrated them and started throwing Molotov cocktails at buildings and neighborhoods.
Wow. Yeah, we watched that. They were saying, hey, this brother came up and just threw a brick at the building and walked off.
Yep.
So it's kind of easy for y'all to slip some stuff in there if y'all want to.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the article. Read that.
Kazakhstan president
Kasim Jomart Tokayev
has described deadly violence last week as an attempted coup
d'etat.
He told leaders of a military alliance of ex-Soviet states the action has been coordinated by a single sentry, but did not name those responsible.
Why? Because if he names those responsible, that is a death wish. But he said it came from a single center, meaning one person is responsible for this, or one group of people is responsible for this. This was a coup attempt. How do we know this? Did this not happen with Venezuela?
Yes, it did.
Did this not happen with Cuba?
Yes, it did.
Did this not happen with Haiti?
Yep.
Did this not happen with Libya?
Yes, it did.
Was it Libya or Liberia or Muammar Gaddafi?
Libya.
It was Libya. That happened with Libya and everything. This happens. Unrest, protests, violence, democracy comes in to save the day. It's a playbook.
Yep.
They do it every time. It's not hard to see now. It's not hard to see, especially if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Go back to the article.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said Kazakhstan had been targeted by international terrorism, but provided no evidence for this claim. He added that Russia would never allow revolutions in the region.
Russia would never allow revolutions in the region. Why? Because it's going to start war. It's going to start conflict. Russia is just trying to get their allies together.
So Vladimir Putin said that Russia would never allow revolutions in the region. Russia coming in to provide help to Kazakhstan, along with another Russian ally, China. So what's the U.S. think about this? Can we get number 7 to see what the U.S. thinks about this Russia's stance?
Hey, why is it such of the United States goes everywhere and gets allies willy-nilly. Why is it such a bad thing when they I don't want to say enemy, but their competition goes out and get allies?
Because their competition on their own is already bigger than the United States. Russia's already bigger than the United States on its own. And now if it gets allies, hold up.
Ooh-wee.
So that's like Debo teaming up with Damon. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
All right, play that.
Kazakhstan's upheld its decision to request assistance from its allies, including Russia, with the Kazakh foreign minister praising the peacekeepers for preserving the country's territorial integrity. Washington, though, wants to know why those foreign troops are in Kazakhstan.
We have real questions about why it was necessary to call in this organization that Russia leads and is a part of. These ought to be things that the government of Kazakhstan can handle on its own and handle in a rights-respecting way.
Well, yes, of course, has attracted.
The United States say, we want to know why y'all called help.
Why you got to call your big brother for?
Why y'all had to call help? You could have handled that by yourself. You ain't had to call no help. Who are you to say that?
Right.
Who are you to say that? You want everybody in the world to call you?
Unless you was the one over there causing trouble and now you say, oh, snap.
Exactly. Exactly. The Russian intelligence get a hold of some of them folks over there that's protesting, and you going to see, oh, snap, we done got exposed.
Yeah, the KGB don't play by the same rules as the CIA.
Man, look, this dude literally said they did not have to call Russia. They could have handled it on their own. That's really some why you had to call your big brother type stuff.
For real.
Like, why you had to call your big brother, man? He ain't even had nothing to do with this. He ain't had nothing to do with this.
Hey, pull up article number 3 real quick, because another country that's bigger than the United States say they gonna help too.
Oh yeah, you got to get that.
And you know, I put it up. We ready? So it says China offers Kazakhstan security support, opposes external forces. What external forces? What external forces?
There's only one external force as far as the world is concerned.
Uh-huh.
I mean, who has the biggest, strongest, most advanced military? Who is the force to be reckoned with on Earth?
They say the USA.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
A lot of people say it, though.
Yeah. A whole lot of people.
Hey, go back to the article.
China is willing to increase law enforcement and security cooperation with neighboring Kazakhstan and help oppose interference by external forces. China's foreign minister said on Monday after violent protests in the Central Asian country.
So they willing to secure some stuff. They said, look, we're going to bring law enforcement and security over there to make sure that don't no outside forces come. Why? Because of everything that's happened prior. Whenever there is an unstable government and protests against the government in another country, the U.S. always come in and does something. They always come in to be the solution. They always come in to be the mediator. They always come in to bring democracy. Democracy. Matter of fact, let's get that in Daniel. Let's get that in Daniel. They're going to come with one word. 8:25. Daniel 8:25. They're going to come with this one word.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 25. And through his policy.
Through his what?
His policy.
Read.
Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Things are going to prosper in his hand. All his craft, his science, his military, his weaponry, through policy, his takeover of the world, his democracy, all of that stuff is going to, his bases that he puts everywhere. Read on.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
That's what they do. We're coming to bring peace.
We're going to be peacekeepers.
Yes. This is a peacekeeping mission. Every time there's a peacekeeping mission, somebody died.
This is how by peace they destroy many. They cause the uproar, and then they come in to play hero.
Yes.
They cause the violence, and then they come in and, oh, we brought the peace. We were on a peacekeeping mission. Meanwhile, with that so-called peace comes homosexuality, comes infidelity, comes whoredom, and all other kind of sins, including Christmas. Yes, that's a sin.
Because guess what? It wasn't like that when when Iraq first was being, occupied. They wasn't celebrating no Christmas over there.
No, there wasn't.
They wasn't celebrating no Christmas over there. They wasn't having no gay parades over there. But now they got it. Now they celebrating it.
You know what else comes with democracy? Women in pants. Because women wasn't wearing pants over there like that before either.
Oh, no. No, they was all the way covered up.
Yep.
I was there. They was all the way covered up. And the ones that wasn't was the traitors to their race. Because they was working with America.
And all that comes by their policy.
Yep, through policy. Go back to that article.
Wang Yi, who is also a state counselor, made the comments in a call to Kazakhstan's foreign minister, Mukhtar Talubirin, according to Chinese foreign ministry. Recent turmoil in Kazakhstan shows that the situation in Central Asia is still facing severe challenges, and it once again proves that some external forces do not want peace and tranquility in our region.
And everybody is saying the same thing. The president said it. The Chinese said it. The Russians said it. Everybody is saying the same exact thing.
External forces.
External forces, external forces, external forces. And what is Kazakhstan known for?
Oil.
Type in Kazakhstan's main export. Look that up real quick. Kazakhstan's main export. Kazakhstan's main export. Because this goes into something else. And was y'all able to screenshot that RT thing that I sent? The one that says gas prices may soar? Yeah, get that Kazakhstan main export up. I wanna know that because why is it such a mentality that people say there is a coup to take us down? We're gonna send forces to protect this region from external forces. Why would they be doing this? Why was the stock market affected by what happened in Kazakhstan?
Why was Bitcoin?
Why was Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies, why was all of that affected by what happened in Kazakhstan? Let's see.
Kazakhstan has an export-oriented economy.
Meaning they're there to supply the world. It's an export-oriented economy. We have an import-oriented economy because we're the consumers. We don't produce hardly nothing but problems. That's all we produce. We are the mass producers of foolishness, problems, and ignorance.
Yep.
But they are an export-oriented economy. Go ahead.
It says Kazakhstan has an export-oriented economy highly dependent upon shipments of oil and related products.
Gas, oil, coal. You call those fossil fuels. Fossil fuels.
Don't they make rubber from oil too?
Yeah. Now watch this. Keep on reading.
73% of total exports. In addition to oil, its main export commodities include ferrous materials, copper, aluminum, zinc, and uranium.
Copper, aluminum, zinc, uranium. Uranium is used in nuclear warheads. Copper, zinc, aluminum, and other ferrous metals. Know what that's used for? Your computer chips.
Yes.
Your cell phones. Your computers. Your PlayStation games. Everything that needs a chip. Your vehicles.
Your vehicle.
Your vehicles. So, their main export is oil. And they also have one of the biggest exports of ferrous metals. Those metals that are used in the making of computer chips, cell phone chips, car vehicle chips, all of these different things. This is why they're trying to protect that area from external forces. All right, pull it up. Read.
It counts Italy, China, Netherlands, Russia, and France as its main export destinations.
So guess what? Go back to that. Italy is an ally of the United States. Netherlands is part of the EU. And France is part of the EU.
Yep.
All of which is under the thumb of America. So you got China and Russia. Out of those 5, China and Russia are the only 2. They got sanctions against them by the U.S. They at odds with the U.S. And they're the only 2 that's over there in that area trying to protect that area from external forces.
Yep.
Let's make this make sense. Let's make this make sense. Bring that up.
Hey, real quick, I want to read Revelation 17 because you said something about who's the only place that's everywhere in everybody's business. So I'm going to read Revelation 17 and verse 1. Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials and talked with me, saying, Come unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore which sitteth upon many waters. So that 7th angel is going to show John the judgment for the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. What does it mean when it says sitteth upon many waters? Is in many countries, sitting upon many people. who has military bases or embassies in every country? The United States of America. So who's the great horde that he's talking about right here? The United States of America.
Yup. Got to know, and we're going to expose it today.
Yep.
Hey, bring that article up. It says gas prices may soar higher as crude oil approaches $100 per barrel.
Damn.
Why would something like that be going up so much? Why is oil going up so much? Because scarcity creates demand.
Uh-huh.
Demand rises inflation. Scarcity creates demand. Demand creates inflation.
If basic demand and supply.
Yep. Analysts are predicting that lack of production capacity, demand outstripping supply, and limited investment in oil sector could see crude prices hit $100 per barrel by year's end. Did I just say that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Go back to it. Go up. No. Go up. Right. It says lack of production capacity, meaning there ain't a lot of people that can do the job. Demand outstripping, meaning that the demand is too high right now. And limited investment in the oil sector. Want to know what that means?
Ain't nobody putting no money into the oil.
So nobody's putting money into oil right now. I wonder why.
Maybe it's because of these electronic cars that run off of these chips that are produced by those ferrous metals. Like the Teslas and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, and I'm glad that you said that. Hey, go to that article that I sent, the whitehouse.gov article. The whitehouse.gov article.
Hey.
Now, you may need to find the paragraph on there.
What y'all got to understand is...
Matter of fact, Akiem, go to the screenshots, the whitehouse.gov screenshots. There should be 2 screenshots.
Hey, this dude is the devil.
Yeah,
the Bible speaks of Esau is the damn devil. For real.
It's the same site. It's just 2 screenshots. So now we see crude oil prices are going to rise because people are not investing into crude oil anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're not investing in the crude oil anymore, what are they investing in? What out of all of the time that all of us have been alive on the face of the planet, oil is ruled.
Yeah.
Oil was number 1. So what in the world could possibly come to try to change that? You know what happened? Remember that climate change thing?
Uh-huh.
That climate change summit was meant for a specific thing. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with the weather. It had nothing to do with the weather. It had nothing to do with the weather. It had everything to do with the environment of the United States and the world as a whole. Pull that up. So this is a speech from y'all president, Sleepy Joe. All right? Let's see what Sleepy Joe had to say.
Whitehouse.gov. We're going to set a new pace for electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles. That means, what is that? Reversing? That means reversing the previous administration's short-sighted rollback of vehicle emissions and efficiency standards, setting strong, clear targets where we need to go.
So he said we're set a new pace to go towards electric vehicles. And you know, they actually blamed gas emissions on Trump just now.
Yes,
he
they
said
did.
The previous administration's short-sighted ability to lower the, you know what I'm saying? It's the blame game. When you're not in office, they can blame you because who's gonna do you anything? You ain't the president no more. You know what I'm saying? what are you gonna do?
Sleepy Joe just blamed all the smog in Los Angeles on Donald Trump.
You know what I'm saying? like vehicles ain't been around since the 1930s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've been carbon emissions the whole damn time, bro. Like 100 years damn near. And now y'all talking about it was his fault. Y'all crazy as hell. Go back to the thing.
We're going to put Americans to work.
No, it means.
Oh, it means passing the American jobs plan to do 3 things. 1, transform our infrastructure.
You know what that mean? That mean create new jobs. Because guess what? We know a lot of people that work at these oil refineries, these plants, and a lot. If they're not invested in crude oil no more, then there's no need for the oil plant. If there's no need for the oil plant, there's no need for the oil plant worker, which means that the shift to electric is going to have to create a new job demand.
There was you brought it out on the radio show a while back about how much natural gas and oil that the United States sits on, right? And how it's pretty much a powder keg for when this nuclear destruction happens, and this is how that fire is going to burn forever when it says Babylon is going to burn forever, right? So the devil knows the scriptures too. And what they're doing is, if we close down all these refineries and we move away from this, if they do shoot these nuclear missiles over here, it ain't going to burn like that because we ain't pumping the oil. You got to think Esau thinks deep, and they think they're going to outsmart the Most High.
Bruh, I'm going to let y'all know something. Hey, if y'all can, I need a map, a natural gas map, and or gas and oil pipeline map of the United States.
They really think they can shut all these plants down and, we ain't going below. You're still sitting on it.
This country is sitting on.
You're still sitting on it.
2/3 of this country is sitting on natural gas.
Like, man, ain't no way around it.
Hey, why do you think the scriptures say that the smoke of her burning is going to go forever?
Forever?
Because when this country is set on fire the right way, it's never going to go out. It's natural gas. Natural gas. It's never going to go out. It's always going to burn. Right there with the pink. Is that the one? The pink. Get the pink. I like the color. Get the color so that we can show the people. Hey, because pink is defined. It's a definite color. Yeah. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no, I can't really see. No, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to see exactly what we're talking about. So, like I say, bruh.
Hey.
Bruh, the oil refinery, we are a place. New Orleans, from New Orleans to Lake Charles, ain't nothing but oil refineries. Nothing but oil refineries. And guess what? If the right missile hit, if it hit New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Texas, Arkansas,
the whole Gulf South.
Yeah, the whole Gulf South, the whole third coast is gone. Now,
look at this.
Look at this. They got a legend on there. What the pink mean? All right.
Oh, man.
Well, I do know that the legend means that it's natural gas, pockets of natural gas. Look at all of the natural gas that they got in these places. Now, this is just natural gas. This is not the oil pipelines. All right, this is not the oil pipelines. This is just natural gas, different basins and pockets of natural gas. Look at all of that. Imagine a bomb hitting this country. Come on, bruh.
Yeah.
Come on, bruh. Ain't really much you could do. Because the fire gonna come to you and it's gonna come under you. All right, go to the pipeline map.
Burn,
Yeah,
baby,
that blue
burn.
one look nice. Yeah, that one right there. That one right there.
Burn, baby, burn.
That's the one right there. I'm gonna let y'all know something. We gotta repent, Israel.
Yes, we do.
We bringing out all this stuff about Kazakhstan so that y'all can understand. Give me Mark 13 and 33. This is why we doing this. We bringing this stuff about Kazakhstan and linking the picture together on, Kazakhstan say it was a coup. Other people say it was a coup. Other countries are saying that they got external forces that's trying to drive this thing on. Now we see that Kazakhstan is one of the main exporters of oil, Mark 13:33, of oil and ferrous metals, all of which is used and they traded every single day. Copper trades, zinc trades, aluminum trades. All of this stuff is used practically in applications like this.
Yep.
They use these in your cell phones. They use these in your computers. They use these in your cars. So if the oil is not being invested in, okay, what else does this area export? Oh, snap. So they are one of the top exporters of oil and gas, and they're also one of the top exporters of ferrous metals. Either way, it's a win-win. You want to use electric? All right, now we're about to go for these people.
Yep.
Read that.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 33. Take ye heed, watch, and pray, for ye know not when the time is.
So the key is watch and pray, for you know not what the time is. We have to look at the times. Watch and pray. Watch what? Watch the world around you.
Yes.
Watch the prophecies unfold. Look at the stuff that's going on. We're not digging down the rabbit hole. We're looking at what Esau is doing, and it's plain. It's right there in your face.
So for all y'all that say the news is depressing, get over it. Watch it.
Hey, oppression make a wise man mad. The news supposed to make you mad.
Yep.
It's supposed to make you depressed because you're looking at what the world is doing, and now you realize, damn, because we didn't want to listen to our God, now our world, our earth is given to these people, and look what they're doing to it. If it was up to them, this world had been gone. They'd have been blew this thing up. Like a kid playing with fire at home. They'd have been burnt the house down. They'd have been burnt the house down.
And you said something. Romans that brought Romans 8 to my mind. Romans 8 and 19. It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God." So the whole earth is waiting on us. So yes, things are going to be depressing and upsetting and out of course. And why is the world like this? Until we repent and come back to our God.
Yep. So remember, it said oil prices were rising, right? Well, the oil prices were rising because the demand is not there. So scarcity makes the stuff go higher.
Yep.
When you don't have a lot of something, the price goes up. That's basic supply and demand. It's basic economics. When you don't have something, the price goes up. When you have a lot of it, the price goes down because there's a lot. There's a surplus. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have a demand, you have to make it affordable or else you'll never sell. So when you look at this, the oil and all of that stuff, they talking about moving away from fossil fuels.
Yep.
You saw it. Go back to the White House thing. Y'all need to keep looking for that other thing. So the infrastructure is the thing that they said that they was going to transform. And like I said before, they got to transform the infrastructure because the market is changing. Come on now, this is business. All of y'all that know business, you should know when the market changes, so does you have to change. If there was once a demand for flower beds,
right,
and now people don't want flower beds, they want rose bushes, well, guess what? You got to stop.
You got to switch the rose bushes.
Ripping flower beds up and putting rose bushes there.
Hey, go to that back to the WhiteHouse.gov article.
Hey, hold that, and we're gonna go back to the White House thing.
So it says our infrastructure ranks 38th in the world.
Meaning our job system sucks. like Gina told Martin, I think your radio show sucks. Our infrastructure sucks.
38th,
it's like 38th in the world. Go ahead.
Says this is the United States of America, for God's sake. That's funny. We're going to put Americans to work modernizing our roads, our highways, our ports, our airports, rails, and transit systems. That includes putting IBEW members and the union workers to work installing 500,000 charging stations along our roads and highways, our homes, and our apartments.
Bruh, do you know what this man just said? Why do you think oil is going up so much? Why do you think the gas price is about to soar? He said they going everything. Put it up, put it back up. Put it back up. Go up. All right, stop.
Don't go too far.
Go down a little bit. I need to see the list. He said modernizing, meaning changing from gas to electric. Your roads, your highways, your ports, your airports, your rails, meaning your train stations, your transit systems,
meaning the buses.
Guess what? Your MARTA, your what we got down here?
RTA,
the Rita. RTA, the Rita, all that's about to be electric, and they about to put 500,000 charging stations in the world. I mean, in the country, 500,000 charging stations. I only know of one. Like, if you own a Tesla, I only know, like, really one place that you can go to charge your stuff if you're out here. Two, if you want to drive a little distance. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They about to add 500,000 more. Bruh. Just that, like this is just like the start of it. Like, the start of it, they doing 500,000 charging stations across the country. Do you know what this means? This means that us driving these little cars, and some of y'all may have just got y'all Lambos, y'all got y'all slingshots, y'all be stunting on the highway and all that stuff. All that's about to be obsolete. Or you gonna be paying $10 a gallon for gas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at this stuff, bro, this stuff is changing. And why is it changing? Because they see the need to make it change. So even if they can't get oil from Kazakhstan, they can still get the ferrous metals from Kazakhstan.
Mm-hmm.
They can still get what they want. And what is it going to take for them to get what they want? All they got to do is move in. But it's a chess move. Matter of fact, you ever heard of this game called Go?
Yeah.
It's like a Chinese game.
Mm-hmm.
And in chess, you have to trap the king, right?
Yeah.
In Go, in chess you have to trap the king to where he can't move. In Go, you have to surround your enemy. When they're surrounded, they lose.
Yeah.
So think about what I'm saying. In the game of Go, you have to surround your enemy. I'm gonna tell you what that means when we come back from off this break. All right? I'm gonna tell you what this means when we come back off this break. All right? Go to the break.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We got to make, bruh.
Hey, run that thing back.
Run that thing back, bruh.
Back to back. Run it again.
The Messiah is a savior and a conqueror.
Joseph, follow me.
Ooh, bruh. Hey, bruh, that's fire. Hey, Israel, y'all better support that thing, bruh. Y'all better support that thing. Hey, the more y'all support, the more stuff like that they can make, bruh. Mind blowing.
That thing was so fire. IT forgot to play the sound the first time, boy.
That was mind blowing. That was mind blowing right there. That was mind blowing.
That thing fire.
Hey, so go to the article that I sent that said Russia is risking all-out war.
Ooh.
Russia is risking all-out war.
The boys say they
ain't having it. I ain't going. They better risk it all.
They told the U.S. we want all the smoke.
They said, look, we going to risk it all. Put it up.
Russia is risking all-out war to prevent Ukraine from joining NATO.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dum, dum, dum.
Why would that be an issue?
Because NATO is basically the United States and all their homeboys. Yeah. Like that.
Let's see. Let's read on.
It says Russia's dealings, or more accurately, its clashes with the West, have focused on one country that has been a particular flashpoint for confrontations in recent years: Ukraine.
All right, read on.
This has come into focus this week with a series of high-stakes meetings taking place between Russia and Western officials.
Meaning the United States, because the United States runs the West. Let's not act like this is something new.
Okay. This has come into focus this week with a series of high-stakes meetings taking place between Russian and Western officials. Had to say that thing twice.
Go ahead.
The talks are centered on trying to diffuse heightened tensions between Russia and its neighbor, Ukraine.
Why would the tension start with Ukraine? Can we get the map?
Get the map. Let's get the map.
So remember I made the comparison of chess and this game called Go.
Uh-huh.
In chess, you know, you could trap them from afar. You know what I'm saying? You could have your knight all the way over here just chilling. You could have your bishop over there. You know what I'm saying? You could have your rook over here, and they just surrounded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know they can't move.
Uh-huh.
But in Go is kind of up close and personal.
Go get in your face, ain't it?
Yeah, go get in your face. So let's see. Let's see. So the United States does business with Syria. They're already in Iraq. They've already taken over Afghanistan. And even though the troop withdrawal happened, they still have influence over there in Afghanistan. Go back to the map. They semi in conflict with Iran, but Iran's been quiet for a time.
Yeah.
They do business in India, and they have league with Pakistan. What does all of that have in common?
Russia.
They surrounding Kazakhstan.
Uh-huh.
They're surrounding Kazakhstan. Now, they're not completely surrounding, but Russia, Kazakhstan, China. This is all the three against everybody on the left side and left corner side and all of that. If Ukraine joins them, what do you think is going to happen? More allies against Russia.
Uh-huh.
More allies against Kazakhstan. More allies against China. You have all of these different things, all of these different countries that is under the thumb of the United States. They trade with them. They are subject to their policies.
I don't think you said it, but Turkey has a relationship with the United States as well.
Yes. Turkey has a relationship with the United States. And we know because a lot of the guys that I know within the military, they used to go to Turkey all the time when they was in Germany.
Uh-huh.
So look at this. So the Ukraine is over there. You got Turkey down there, Syria. You got Armenia, Georgia, all of these places, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, all of these different stands. Guess what? Our militaries are over there.
Yep.
Our military is over there in all of them places. Some form of fashion, one branch or another is over there in all of those places. And why do you think they don't want the Ukraine to join NATO? That's too much. Yeah. Go back to the article. So when we go back to the article, it said Russia is ready to risk all our war to keep them from joining NATO. So you already got Kazakhstan who say this was a coup d'etat. There's external forces out here that are trying to take over and keep this conflict going. You have a history of different country destabilization tactics that played out right before our eyes, and this ain't nothing but the same playbook.
Yep.
We see it. We recognize it. They recognize it. And now all of a sudden, you're acting like you're innocent. You have nothing to do with it. But if their government does somehow isn't able to calm itself and to take back over the country, you will step in the name of democracy and peace, just like it said in Daniel. Because by peace you shall destroy many. Go back to the article.
Russia's dealings, or more accurately, its clashes with the West, have centered on one country, which has been a particular flashpoint for confrontations in recent years: Ukraine.
Scroll down. All right, right there. Why does Ukraine matter?
Why does Ukraine matter? Relations between the European neighbors hit a low in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine.
So remember, they had that thing in Crimea where they were saying that Russia was trying to invade Crimea, and it was like a he say, she say kind of thing between Russia and the United States. Go back to the article. Matter of fact, go up, scroll up, because I wanted to show you something. That right there. No. There. A particular issue.
A particular issue right now is whether Ukraine, something of a frontier country between Russia and the rest of Europe.
Whoa. It's like the gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
If the Ukraine joins, then that means that the rest of Europe is behind it. And if the rest of the Europe is behind it, that means NATO is going to outnumber Russia and the EU. I mean, in China.
Right, because NATO and the EU go hand in hand.
And if Ukraine joins, they are the gatekeeper. They are the separator between them and the rest of Europe. Go back to it.
It says something of a frontier country between Russia and the rest of Europe, and one which aspires to join the EU.
Nobody said that, though. Nobody said that, though. The United States putting flavor on the story. They aspire to join the EU. Who said that? They ain't say that. You said that for them. Just like you said that Kazakhstan shouldn't have called in their big brother. They should have just handled it themselves.
Right.
You telling other people what they think and what they want. Much like how they do us today, right? Oh, you should just forget about, the slavery and all of that stuff. You should just forget about that. Oh, won't you just what they say? Tie yourself up by your bootstraps. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like we wasn't doing it. You took our boots. We was doing everything, and you said you need to get out there and get a job, lazy niggers. We got out there and got jobs,
and you bombed it.
You bombed the jobs. Then you moved the goalpost by saying that, well, you're not qualified enough. Then get this, you're overqualified.
Yes.
Wow.
You raised the goalpost. Then when I reached that goalpost, because you raised it,
you say, oh, you went too high.
You lower it. How do you raise the bar? Then when I reach the bar, you now lower it.
Bruh. Come on now. Back to the article.
One which aspires to join the EU could one day become a member of the Western Military Alliance, NATO.
What do they call it?
Western Military Alliance.
Western Military Alliance. In the West, in the Western Hemisphere of this globe that we call Earth, the United States is the military superpower. Let alone the military superpower of the world, so they say. But they run things over here. Nobody else is saying anything to do. So when they say the Western Military Alliance, NATO, they're talking about the United States, North American Trade Agreement Organization.
Yep.
Guess what? It's the United States military. If Ukraine joins them, they are now the United States military. And Russia knows that.
Yep.
And China knows that.
Yep.
That's why Russia's like, look, we'll go to war with y'all if y'all try, because we're going to go to war anyway. Y'all ain't going to do nothing but try to surround us in all of these different little countries, taking over bit by bit, and guess what?
We want all the smoke. That's what Russia's saying. We want all the smoke.
They already got a missile that can't be detected called the Satan II.
Yep.
And who do they call Satan? The United States of America. Those of y'all who have been outside this country, you know, they call the United States of America the Great Satan. And they got a bomb named Satan II. All right, why does Ukraine matter?
Why does Ukraine matter? Relations between the European neighbors hit a low in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine, and it has supported a pro-Russian uprising in the east of the country where low-level fighting between Ukrainian forces and pro-Russian troops have continued ever since.
So Crimea, which was once part of the USSR and taken from them by the external forces, they went in there and took it back. And now they're saying that that's caused conflict between them and the Ukraine.
Wow.
Well, if the Ukraine is trying to go west, then it's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Russia sees what's going on. They're like, nah, we're not about to have that. Back to the article.
Tensions have ratcheted up even further in recent months amid multiple reports of Russian troops amassing at the border with Ukraine, prompting widespread speculation that Russia is preparing to invade the country, although it has repeatedly denied it is planning to do so.
Well, think about it. If you are looking at this strategically, you want to be one step ahead.
Right.
If y'all do join NATO, we already going to have troops at the border.
Yep.
If you don't join NATO, then that should be a welcome wagon to see Russian troops at the border. We want y'all to be allies with us. But if you ally with them, guess what? We already set in place to get it in.
Yep.
You got to look at this strategically. They are men of war. They live by the sword. This is all they do is think and plot and plan. Get Job 9:24. They think and plot and plan on how to make these things happen. How do I take over the world? How do I take over this country? How do I beat them down and take over them? How do I knock them over and take over them? How do I set things up to make it look like they have a problem and I have the solution? Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Who is the wicked? Esau. Idumea, Edom. That's the wicked. The earth is given into their hand. Why? Because when it was in our hand, we didn't want it.
Right.
So now it's in their hand. And they doing whatever the hell they feel like doing with it. Killing the earth, littering all over the place, destroying forests. Wasn't it like a couple years ago they was burning the forests in Brazil?
Right.
Which is nicknamed the lungs of the world. Because some natives didn't want to leave.
But CO2 emissions are high.
Yes. Yes. Hey, go to link number 5. Link number 5. So we talked about the Ukraine. We talked about the different countries. We showed you that the United States, they have interests in transferring from fossils to electric, or what they call renewable energy. Mm-hmm. They have interest in it. And Kazakhstan is a main exporter for renewable energy, for those metals that create those computer chips, exactly like how Haiti,
Yes.
exactly like how Haiti has that metal that the United States wanted, and when the time came, natural disaster, they swooped in with help and aid, and guess what? They took over all of those metals.
Took all the vibranium.
You know what I'm saying? They took all of those metals over there and took over all of those metals over there. And guess what? They ain't leaving.
Nope.
Gave the people scraps, and they took all of the metals.
They took all the metals and gave them a COVID shot that they didn't need.
Yep.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. No.
Mosquito bite.
Mosquito bite.
Kazakhstan crisis is consequence of U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, Russia claims. So the Kazakhstan crisis is a direct result of the U.S. troop withdrawal. They sure do know how to play politics, don't they?
You know what that means? So y'all took all y'all troops out of Afghanistan and y'all trying to move closer. That's what Russia just really said.
Yeah.
Because Russia already said that the U.S. are these external forces. They said that without saying it. That's who the external force is. The Western leaders. Who leads the West?
Yep. Ain't nobody stepping up telling the United States, hold on, bro, I got this.
Nope.
Come on, man. Go back to that. Terrorists flourished in Central Asia after American troops left. Russia's representative to the United States insisted. Last week's disturbances in Kazakhstan were fueled by the U.S. decision to withdraw from Afghanistan, allowing jihadists to attempt to undermine constitutional order in Kazakhstan. Russia's ambassador in Washington has claimed. According to Anatoly Antonov, the country has been overrun by radicals manifesting dehumanizing ideologies. Didn't Afghanistan say that there are people among them that are promoting those same types of negative ideologies and making a bad light on the Taliban?
These so-called jihadists go by the name of Antifa here in the United States.
Yep.
The same people.
So those same people that were in the Taliban that were trying to overthrow them from the inside out have now gone over to Kazakhstan and are now trying to throw them over from the inside out. Go back to the article. Thousands of jihadists and marauders try to undermine the constitutional order. They use weapons against civilians, he said on Monday. They keep on inflicting damage to public and private property.
That sounds familiar.
Wow.
Hey, they don't change their playbook at all.
Wasn't the protests in America just like that?
Yes.
Weapons against civilians and damaging property.
Yes.
And it was white faces doing it.
Yes, it was.
They keep on inflicting damage to public and private property. I'd like to note that all this is happening after the American escape from Afghanistan and the rapid development of extremist ideas in the region. They said the American escape. The ambassador also dubbed the protest as an attempted color revolution assisted by terrorists as well as thugs and robbers. The practice of pacifying bandits who attack law enforcement officers, medical workers, and firefighters is unacceptable. How can you negotiate with people decapitating policemen? Any talks with terrorists only encourage them to commit
Hold up. When there was in Atlanta, when they had the big to-do because they had riots right outside of CNN, the police department that was right across the street was attacked. So it's showing you It's the same protocol that they following. They attack law enforcement. They attack civilians. They attack essential workers, the medical workers. Why would they attack medical workers? Because those are the ones that are going to aid those police officers. They don't want the law enforcement. They want you to destabilize the law enforcement because if there's destabilization, they can run rampant. That's the whole thing.
Hey, and in war, if you attack municipalities, you can control things.
Yes.
If you attack the fire department, the police department, the medics, the government buildings, if you attack municipalities, you can take over because there's no help. You're attacking their help. Things get set on fire, fire department comes. Fire won't go out if the fire department ain't there. People get injured, medics comes. People gonna die if medics aren't there. The government is too busy trying to defend itself from being overrun. Literally, they can't do anything to help calm the people down.
Right.
And reassure them. All of this is a game plan. It's a game plan. And it's from an ancient playbook called the Esau Edom's way of overtaking countries. This is called destabilization. We start the problem and we come back with the solution. Make everybody feel safe. Come on now. Any talks with terrorists only encourage them to commit even more crimes, he continued. Kazakh officials have alleged some law enforcement personnel were beheaded, but no evidence has emerged to back up their assertion. This was all over the news.
Yes, it was. It was.
It was all over the news. Of course, the United States is going to say, well, there's no evidence of it. Yeah, because unlike you, United States of America, they don't just put murders on the internet.
No, they don't.
We're the ones that put murders on the internet. Somebody get murdered, we trying to show the whole video. We want to watch this person die. We want to watch their body twitching, take their last breath. We are sick. Every time somebody dies, oh, how it happened? They got a video on it. We've grown so desensitized to watching our own people get killed that it's like, well, if I ain't seen no video, he really must not be dead.
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah. They got it on World Star all over the place. They don't use World Star overseas. World Star is dumb Negro nonsense for white people to look at and look at dumb Negroes. Because that's what they do. They do. They look at you and they say, y'all are dumb and ignorant. And what do? I don't care what nobody think about me. You might want to. Somehow, perception, when it's positive, everybody accepts it.
Yep.
But perception, when it's negative, not everybody hating on you. What?
Ain't nobody hating on you. Stop it. Get help.
Protests in Kazakhstan began early last week when large groups of mainly peaceful protesters took to the streets to protest the removal of price controls on liquefied petroleum gas, a fuel that many use to power their cars. So wait.
There it is.
So wait. So the U.S. says that we're moving towards electric cars.
Mm-hmm.
Oil is about to rise. And there were price fluctuations with the gas that they used to power their cars, so they protested it.
Yes. Peacefully.
And nobody sees the connection here? I hope y'all see the connection.
Yeah.
I hope y'all see the connection. One thing is the removal of fossil fuels. So the removal of fossil fuels means that the remainder of the fossil fuels are going to be sold at a higher price.
Mm-hmm.
If it's sold at a higher price, people got to pay more. If people got to pay more, they're going to be upset. They take to the streets to peacefully protest. That's the perfect opportunity for Antifa or external forces to come in and regulate or destabilize and make chaos. the perfect opportunity. Go back to it. According to Kazakh officials, these demonstrations were hijacked by terrorists and organized crime groups, which took to the streets with weapons and attacked law enforcement officers. Wow.
Sounds so familiar.
Wow. It said it was hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Black Lives Matter hijacked?
Yes, it was.
Wasn't all of the protests that we've had out here when our brothers get killed in the street, they was all hijacked. I remember they had a brother that got killed. Matter of fact, it was when George Floyd got killed. There was a march in downtown New Orleans. 90% white. 90% white. But they was marching for George Floyd. Hijacked. Go back to it. The American military withdrew from Afghanistan last year after U.S. President Joe Biden announced that troops would withdraw from the country at full strength by the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attack. Following the U.S. withdrawal, and country's NATO allies also started to leave the country. This led to the Taliban, a terrorist group banned in Russia, occupying the presidential palace and declaring that it had seized power. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled abroad. Look at this. So when you look at these things, when you look at what's going on over there, the United States has much to gain from making their government look unstable. Why do you think that they're trying to get the Ukraine to join NATO, which is basically join my gang, be a part of me?
Yep.
You're going to be part of my military. You're going to get aid from me. You're going to get protection. You're going to get the funding that you need, trade, policies, anything you need, I got you. It's like going to jail. You want some chips?
That's exactly what it is.
You need some soap? I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you some soap. I got you some chips. Man, I got some noodles, too. You want some noodles?
Don't fall for it.
And then you have to get that up when it's time for it.
Don't fall for it.
Go to the... Did we do the Al Jazeera one?
No, we didn't.
6. Kazakh leader declares coup d'etat as Putin claims victory. President Tokayev says counterterrorism operation to end soon after days of bloody protests. Counterterrorism. After more than 160 people died in the most violent unrest since Kazakhstan's independence more than 30 years ago, its president on Monday described protests as an attempted coup d'etat as Russia claimed victory in defending its Central Asian neighbor. Now, the reason why that's important is because Esau hates, well, America, because they all Esau. America hates when you say that I won. When you say, yes, we got the victory. Yes, we won. They hate that thing.
Hate it.
And they are willing to fight you on it.
Yep.
Go back to it. Speaking to an online meeting of Russian-led collective security treaty organizations, Kisyam Jamar Tokayev said order had been restored in the vast Central Asian nation. Scores of citizens and more than a dozen security forces personnel were killed last week as dissent that began over fuel prices swelled, while nearly 8,000 people were arrested.
Damn.
Wait, God, watch this, watch this. Under the guise of spontaneous protests, a wave of unrest broke out. It became clear that the main goal was to undermine the constitutional order and to seize power. We're talking about an attempted coup d'etat, Tokayev said to the CSTO, which sent troops to Kazakhstan as the crisis unfolded at his request. So when you're looking at it, he's there in the country. He's looking like, wait a minute, this ain't no regular protest. This could turn into them taking over. Hey, Russia, come help me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? ASAP, that's what they do. But guess what?
Looking at it like you said earlier, they're attacking all the municipalities. They're attacking the police. They're attacking the medical. Man, they trying to take over.
Yep. It's
No,
easy
hold
to
up,
see when
man,
you know
come
what to
on.
look for.
Hey, I need y'all to come swoop in and help us out here, man. Look,
Hey,
they tripping out here.
read Obadiah. Let's start at verse 1.
You know, I had that earlier.
You had it earlier?
Yeah, I thought we went past it.
Oh no, we ain't never go past it. We ain't never go past it. Hey, while he getting that, hey, get the map, the oil pipeline map to show the people some more stuff.
Hey, the book of Obadiah, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
Concerning Edom. Go ahead.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Rise up against her in what?
In battle.
In battle, meaning there are people that are going to come against this country. When it talks about Edom, it's talking about the capital of Edom. It's talking about the United States of America. Basra. All right? The United States of America is Basra, the capital of Edom. Go ahead.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathens.
They're small among the heathen, meaning people don't like them. They're in little reputation. Go ahead.
Thou art greatly despised.
Thou art greatly despised. They are greatly hated by their own people and by the other nations.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
Because the pride of their heart says, I can go anywhere and take anything that I need to. The pride of their heart say, you should have handled this situation the way I feel like you should have handled this situation. Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
And now it's giving clear who he talking about. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Look up Petra, Petra, and tell me it don't look like the White House. Read.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's what they say. Who's going to bring America down to the ground? Nobody's going to bring us down. We got the strongest, most powerful military in the world. Who's going to bring us down to the ground? Nobody's going to bring us down to the ground. Go jump over to verse. Read verse 4.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Y'all exalt yourself as the eagle. Why? What was the symbol for Greece?
The eagle.
What about Rome?
The eagle.
What about Spain?
The eagle.
What about France?
The eagle.
What about Germany?
The eagle.
What about Russia?
The eagle.
What about Great Britain?
The eagle.
What about America?
The eagle.
Who landed on the moon and said the eagle has landed? America did. They exalt themselves as the eagle. Read.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Their nest among the stars, their satellites, and their moon landing. Go ahead.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
When you go up there to the stars, then he's going to start to bring you down. That's why the United States has been going through what it's been going through up until now. Now jump over to verse 18. Yes, sir.
Verse 18. The house of Jacob shall be a fire.
The house of Jacob is going to be a fire. Read.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
Because guess what? Northern and Southern Kingdom, we're going to burn this thing down with the word of God. Read.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
How is the house of Esau going to be for stubble? Read on.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it.
So now that's after, some time, nobody in Esau is going to be remaining. But watch this. How was they going to be for stubble? Bring that map up. So now this is crude, natural gas lines, refineries or refined gases, and what's the last one? CO? I'm gonna research that. So look at all of those gas pipelines. So remember the map that showed the natural gas pockets. So you got natural gas pockets, and you got oil and gas pipelines throughout the entire nation. If a bomb hit this place, the fire is never going to go out. It's going to burn forever. If a bomb hit this place, the gas lines are going to blow you up probably before the fire do, before the bomb does. Look at where we're sitting at. We're sitting on a bomb. This nation is a bomb.
A bomb that's just waiting.
What they call a tinderbox. This country is a tinderbox. Those of y'all who understand that y'all are Israel, keep the commandments of God and the faith of Christ. Battle what you need to battle. Don't get that root of bitterness in your spirit. Don't let your sins weigh you down. Put the work in for the Lord. Take a page out of Paul's book. Do so much work that the work that you've done outweighs the evil that you did before. Put the work in. Put the work in. Because guess what? This stuff is not going to stop.
It ain't.
This stuff is going to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. It ain't never going to stop until it actually happens.
Yep.
So, brothers and sisters, we do appreciate y'all tonight. This has been Precept Upon Precept. Look, man, the reason why we got to bring this stuff out is because, like the scripture said, we got to watch and we got to pray. We don't know when any of this stuff is going to happen. We don't know when. Look at the signs of the times. Look at the prophecies that's coming to pass. Look at the lessons that our leadership is teaching.
Right.
It's more geared toward get yourself together. Death is coming. Famine is coming. Problems are coming. The end of the world is happening. Get yourself together. That's where it's all geared towards. We suggest that you follow what these scriptures say. Do what the Bible says. And don't worry about being by yourself out there in that world.
That's
Congregate. Right. Join Israel. That way you're not by yourself. You're not going to get yourself all the way together, then come in Israel. You're going to come in with problems, and you're going to get corrected, and you're going to get those problems ironed out. Then you're going to be okay. You're not going to be okay, then come in Israel. If that was the case, we wouldn't need Israel.
Right. Hey, look, if y'all want to continue to see these shows, continue to see these classes online, continue to see the prophecies being revealed and this truth being pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, y'all got to do y'all part. And y'all part is to give alms. Give alms to the Booster Club. You can give alms to the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org via PayPal. If you want to join the Booster Club, you can send an email requesting membership to the Booster Club at that same email address. Again, that is iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. If you want to send alms directly to New Orleans, directly to Precept Upon Precept, you can do so via PayPal at iuic.neworleans@israelunite.org. Give alms, y'all.
Israel United in Christ, we are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone, or to break the laws of the land. You must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. And that has been Precept Upon Precept, IUIC New Orleans. I'm Officer Matthew.
I'm Officer Mikael.
And with that, we say, Shalom.
You listening to Precept on Precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word, make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to Precept on Precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. Putting in the work for the most high. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' ride. Showing you our past didn't start with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. Judah is something special, they could never be that. We raise the vengeance with the knowledge so our enemies crack. In fact, listen to the class and the topic. Bomb subject matter, breakdowns atomic. Gathering the people, the whole duty of prophets.